Yo guys, it's Nada coming at you with a hot and fresh new YouTube video. What the But today we're going to be talking about Apex Legends and how after only a few months the game is already falling off and how Respawn can fix that. But if you do like the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It kind of lets me know how I'm doing and it gives me motivation to keep on posting. Even though my content, quite frankly, is pretty But let's get straight into the video. Almost anybody you can go up to and ask what Apex Legends is and they'll know what it is right away, but the game that came out early February is no longer nearly as popular as it was back then, and that's for a couple reasons, but one of the main ones being how much they paid streamers to play their game initially. As many people know, EA is the one behind Respawn in all this, running Apex Legends and kind of pushing it to the public. And when the game first came out, they paid many streamers to play their game, including Ninja, and there have been some rumors that Ninja got paid close to $1 million just to play the game on stream. If you think about it, that had to be an insane brand deal. For about 2 weeks to a month playing the game, he gets an easy $1 million. No streamer or YouTuber or anybody who makes content is going to turn that down whatsoever. That's probably the reason the game got such a big audience in the first place. People were getting the game straight away because their favorite streamer was playing it and having so much fun on it. They were playing with their friends, they were talking about all the mechanics, which I'm sure EA had to have played a part in. They probably had something where they had to talk about the new respawn mechanic, which is also one of the big reasons that Apex blew up right away, was because it gave a whole new way to play the Battle Royale genre, and it kind of opened people's eyes to the possibility of respawn in Battle Royale, which, as we can see, had a huge effect on the fun factor of the game. It's such a huge change that even Fortnite is considering adding respawn mechanics in their game now, which haven't even been in the game for the past year and a half that it has been out, which is crazy. It really does show how much the game changed the Battle Royale genre, and that's why it's kind of weird that Apex itself is falling off so quickly. The game, when it first came out, had a brand new movement system that was new to everybody except for the people who had played Titanfall before. You could slide down hills like you were on a sled. You could just fly wherever you wanted without taking any fall damage. And that added a whole new level to the game that isn't available in any other Battle Royale like Fortnite or PUBG or even H1Z1. The idea that you could slide down a hill and just shotgun an enemy in one shot and run away as far as you wanted was like unheard of in any other game before. And that's kind of what made it fun for everyone for the first few weeks. It was the only game people were playing. Everyone thought it would be the Fortnite killer. But as we can see, that's not happening. The game was ahead of Fortnite for about a couple weeks before people realized that Fortnite was still getting weekly content updates, and Apex, well, it just wasn't. The only thing that had been added to Apex in a whole month was just a new gun. There wasn't anything else coming in. All that Fortnite was doing was adding bi-daily patches about and adding new content every single week, and that brought people back when they thought Fortnite was gonna die forever. And this brings me to another point about how well EA and Respawn listened to the community compared to Fortnite. I'm not trying to make a compare and contrast video on the two, but Fortnite has had a history of listening to the community very well, except for, well, very recently, where they have removed stretch res from competitive, which is an insane thing, which deserves its own video on how Epic is basically ruining their game, which I will do later. But Respawn had a lot of chances to listen to the community and get their input. The first Battle Pass was coming out for Apex around a month ago, and the community was coming up with all sorts of concept skins. Not a single one of them really even made it into the Battle Pass. They weren't even acknowledged in any way, like some sort of hint or texture added on the skin. But all we got in the Battle Pass was these shite skins right here. They didn't even look like they had any work put into them. They literally just looked like they were there from sort of skins that had been made in the alpha of the game or the beta that didn't even make it in as an actual like character you could play. They honestly looked like they had come out of the trash can, out of the back of EA, that just kind of made it there so they could make some more money off their game. But honestly, the main reason it is dying is because they're not listening to their community enough. That's the only way to say it, really. Any other game that's out there right now that's really popular has really active developers that are constantly online on Reddit threads looking at what the community wants. So really the only way EA and Respawn can save their game at this point is trying to get more active and do exactly what the community wants. If they can do that, they'll get way more players back. People will introduce their friends to the game way more than they are right now. Honestly, of course, I have no experience in game development or anything like that, but it can't be too hard to release like a weekly patch because Fortnite does that literally all the time. There's no way that they can't do it themselves, being EA and the giant juggernaut of a company that they are. I could be completely wrong about that, but that's just how I see it. I'm sure that's how a lot of other people in the community see it as well. But yeah, guys, that's how I feel about this whole thing. It's really sad to see this game die out this way, but that's all it really can be. And I tried to get this video to upload at 60 FPS so it looks a bit nicer. I hope it worked, and honestly, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you later. Peace.